It's in me, it ain't on me. The grind and keep it coming. Serving early in the morning. Trying to make it home with this money, yeah. For the love of this money. For the love of this money. It's in me, it ain't on me. The grind and keep it coming. Serving early in the morning. Trying to make it home with this money, yeah. For the love of this money. For the love.
So, all right, everybody, thank you for joining me for another episode of Prime Wealth. Man, here with a special guest, a good friend of mine, Jev Robertson. Thanks, Jev, for joining us today, brother.
Thanks for having me, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, yeah, man, let's just go ahead and get right into it. Jev, tell us a little bit about yourself, man, your background and things like that. Where you from?
Well, I was born in Jamaica. Grew up in a very, modest, rags to riches kind of environment.
Yeah.
Used to have to walk 10 miles back and forth to school, didn't have the latest technology, the latest clothing. So pretty much, just a very modest, rural upbringing. Came to America when I was very young. Lived with my dad, didn't play any sports at all in high school. But I did play some cricket in Jamaica, some soccer in Jamaica. Didn't play any basketball at all. So pretty much, came to America fresh,
Okay.
Then I went to, started loving the game of basketball. I used to have to pay taxis to get to the basketball gym. However chance I had to get to the basketball gym, I was in there. Earned me a scholarship to NC State. I was a very academic person. Schooling was very important to me. Both of my family don't have a high school, education, so I took it upon myself to make sure that I kind of try to break that trend.
Okay.
So I decided to focus more academically and athletically too as well. But earned a scholarship to NC State. Played there for 4 years. Got my undergraduate degree. Then I went to grad school afterwards. Getting my master's degree in business administration, and decided to take my talents overseas. So I went to play professional for a couple of years. I also have to mention I had like a brief, stint with the Brooklyn Nets for summer league basketball, and that didn't work out. So I went overseas for Italy for a year. Then came back, man, and just had to make a transition to football. And I was signed with the Houston Texans. Been there for a year and a half. Got injured, had some surgeries, had some setbacks. So I had a battle from that too as well, which was really tough for me. But here I'm now. I'm in Canada with the BC Lions. That's my story. Just kind of break it down.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, hearing you thriving, bro. Like minor setbacks, but man, that's a real unique story, Jev, bro. Just coming over here from Jamaica, not really playing sports back home, to playing multiple professional sports, bro. That's an accomplishment, bro. Not a lot of Americans even live that dream.
What, man? If you had asked me 10 years ago, I'd be playing football in Canada, man, I was like, man, you're crazy. But man, it's a blessing, man. Sometimes I figure as I go along. As Kobe says, I don't have the answers. I don't have the answers right now. I don't have the answers in the future, but figure it out as I go along.
Figure out you thriving, man. That's great, bro, brother. I'm glad to be here with you, seeing you in your environment, man. Canada has been beautiful. It's been nice, man. The food is good. Love it out here. So, just tell me a little bit about what business ventures you got going on right now outside of football.
So in the off season, I own a construction company, and this company was inspired by my father. He'd been working in the construction business for 30 plus years, working for somebody else. So fresh out of college, I want to use my skills to help him. I also help myself to as well make some money. And so I started a construction company. I mostly specialize in gutter installations in new homes, coverings, minor improvements, and general contractor kind of work. I have a bunch of guys in my network that know how to build everything from scratch. Really skilled guys. So I kind of maximize their abilities. And now I'm looking to venture into the solar space. With green energy, renewable energy. So I'm looking forward to that, man.
Okay, and where did that idea come from? Like trying to get into the solar space, what put you in that area?
I was born in Jamaica where the sun is always shining. So I think it's a new trend. I think we're headed in that direction. As far as electric vehicles and solar energy and just renewable sources. I decided to. I have a construction business. I'm constantly in contact with homeowners. Why not, venture into that space too?
In that space too. Yeah, okay, man. Yeah, bro. That definitely should be an area that you should thrive in. For sure.
Absolutely.
So Jev, going into high school, what would you remember knowing about money? What were some of the most important things you knew, or that you wish you knew about money, like going into high school, or even for you, I would say, like coming to the States, like what was your mindset in that regard?
I wish I had money, man. Growing up, I didn't have any money at all. Yeah. My parents, was paycheck to paycheck. Robbing Peter, paying Paul. That's my dad.
Okay.
That's my dad. Mantra. Oh, I gotta rob Peter, pay Paul. I never really understand, that concept. But like I never really had money, man. But I wish I learned how to. How to budget when I was younger. And I just,
more about budget.
I just kind of write things on paper. And try to keep things in your head, kind of stuff. I wish I learned how to budget and I wish I had more income growing up, man. I wish I learned multiple source of income when I was younger. I just never had those kind of family member to kind of push me to that direction. So I had to figure it out by myself.
Right, so man, you ain't did too bad doing that, bro. I didn't do too bad, God puts us where He wants us, and so God's timing, bro. God's timing for sure. So, what would you say are some mistakes you made with money that played a vital role in you getting to where you are today?
Some mistakes I made with money. I think this one is very easy, man. I feel like when I finally got some money, I was very risk adverse.
Okay.
First, I I missed some opportunities. Wish I had been more aggressive. That comes from never having money. So like I always wanted to be sure that I'm able to take care of myself. Have something set aside. For the rainy day kind of thing, which is good. But like I never really kind of be aggressive when I was younger. Now,
Gotcha.
So I wish I had changed. I wish I had a different mindset back then.
Okay. So how would you say you balance like the personal and the professional life while trying to build your network up right now?
Well, having great mentors is always a good thing. They always, inspire me to live below my means. Live modest and humble. I'm not like a lavish spender, even though I like to take care of myself. I don't spend lavishly. I just pretty much just sit down, look inside what's important to me, and I kind of direct my money in that kind of direction. What's important to me, that's what I spend money on most.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Would you say you have any habits or routines that you say contribute to your financial success?
I would say, man, just diligence. Keep doing the small things right all the time. Whether it's saving, whether it's putting something to your nest egg. Whether it's picking up some some new shares of companies that's merging into as well.
Okay.
So I think it's diligence, man. And just learning from some of the big guys in the financial space, like the Warren Buffetts and the Charlie Mungers, some of these guys, just kind of see how they they kind of navigate things and navigate the economy, kind of thing, and just to make sure you have multiple streams of income. That's one thing that's always important to as well.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Multiple streams and a little diversification.
Having a chair, different arms,
That's what's up. Okay. What role would you say networking has played in like your financial success? Like how have you built and maintained your network?
Well, my network has been tremendous, man. I can tell you even a story. I had a buddy with a financial advisor. He taught me how to invest. He's the first one who taught me how to trade options. So I'm kind of grateful that I was able to meet such a great guy in the financial space that kind of helped me with my success too as well. So network has been tremendous, and I'm still meeting people today who has given me advice on how to how to manage my money, which is awesome. Yeah.
That's great, man. It's definitely great. Definitely gotta, make sure you taking advice from the right people when it comes to your money, man, for sure. So that's good, man. What tools, techs, or relationships did you leverage, would you say, to help you get to where you are today?
I would say just put myself in the right community. I have a great network of people from my trainers to my agent who's also tremendous too as well, to great friends who are like who are financially savvy, who owns businesses and who can teach me how to the ins and outs, the intricacies that I may have missed. So that's been instrumental too as well for me, as far as the real estate space too as well. How I can I also have a friend who's also in the mortgage business. So he can show me how what are some of the steps I can do, to secure funding and all that kind of stuff. So that's pretty tremendous.
That's awesome, bro. Yeah, man, definitely people, just keeping the right people in place, bro, can definitely take you a long way.
Absolutely.
That's awesome there, bro. So, Craig, what do you think will be the value of a college education in the near future?
Well, I think it's vital, man. I think it's vital. I've always go back to this quote from Malcolm X. That the future belongs to the people who prepare for it tomorrow, and education is also a huge part of that too as well. But personally, unless you try to become like a doctor or a lawyer, like I've learned much more out of school than I should do in school.
Okay.
Just being hands on. Working for a startup company who I can be in meetings, who I can learn how to negotiate deals, who I can learn how to find finance and that kind of stuff has been tremendous for me. I think some of those things is not really taught in school. But education is important. If you want to become a doctor, a lawyer, an engineer. But for me, I found more success just being active, just being in the workplace and just kind of interacting with people, business owners, and agents and real estate agents, all that kind of stuff too. So that's been awesome for me.
Yeah, bro. I definitely agree with you. A formal education is definitely important. Don't get me wrong, but the best education you're going to get is self-education, teaching yourself things you need to know and being hands-on. Sure.
I've read books. I'm a huge reader, man. You can find me in a bookstore on my off days. Trying to find these next best books.
Just getting all that knowledge.
Absolutely.
On your own.
I'm a big believer in lifelong learning.
Self-education.
The moment you stop learning, the moment you stop growing.
Yeah, that's definitely true. That's powerful right there. That's definitely powerful right there, bro. So, Jev, what is something that you would do if you knew that you could not fail at it?
If I couldn't fail, man, I would start a bank.
Yeah, just start your own bank.
I would start a bank, man. If I knew I couldn't fail, I would start a bank. There's a huge need, even those, especially in Jamaica, man. Definitely start a bank in Jamaica. I feel like there's no like a competition there in that space,
Yeah.
Maybe microfinancing.
Okay.
Small loans, with some small interest rates, just to help, small businesses and, people who's trying to have some dreams that they're trying to accomplish. Definitely start a bank.
That would be awesome, bro. Just help some people who need a little bit of help.
Financing.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Definitely be an awesome thing. Let's see. So once you really started to make your money, Jev, what would you say, or how did you start to balance risk versus reward when like making financial decisions?
So when making financial decisions, like I always take my age into account. Once I get older, I kind of become less risk averse. But I've learned like some of the most successful men in America made their money late. So like I decided to reverse that kind of action. So just try to take risk, but also do my homework too as well. I'm huge with accountability. I have like whenever I make an investment, I always ask myself why should I not make this investment. So like I've always trying to cognitively trying to educate myself and risk versus reward and also just what's important to me. For example, man, I don't really invest in like guns. I don't believe in those kind of. I'm more socially responsible when it comes to investing too as well. So like life insurance. Just always preparing for the future. You never know what's going to happen, man. And trying to protect my family too as well. That's something that's most important. Just trying to retirement. One of my goals is to retire early. Being able to travel the world and to do the things I want to do. So that's something that's always important to me when I'm balancing risk versus reward.
Yeah, definitely. And man, like you said, we never know what's gonna happen. So preparing for the future is definitely vital for the family, man, for sure.
Yeah.
Man, Jev, so what's next for you? Like what's the future hold for you?
For now, man, I want to be the best athlete I can be. Currently playing the CFL with the BC Lions, and I want to see where this goes. So for now, I'm always focusing on how I can become a better player. How I can help the community too as well. While also trying to build an enterprise that's going to leave an impact on my family. So that's pretty much just trying to expand my business in the off season while I focus on football when I'm doing season. So that's my goal for now. And also traveling is also important too as well. It's important too as well, and start a family. Those kind of dreams.
Okay.
It's always on the table for me. Yeah.
Okay, brother. Well, man, I wish you the best of luck with all those things, bro. I know the bright individual you are, so I know you'll definitely get reach those goals for sure, brother.
Appreciate it.
And then, Jeff, last question I have for you, man. If you had $10,000 right now, and what would be the easiest way you think, or what way would you go about flipping that 10,000 to 6 figures, 100K or more?
Oh man, that's a tough question. It's a tough question, man. I would say real estate is always the best way to go.
Okay.
The market's pretty scary right now.
Yeah.
Depends on how you look at it. You know, but like there's always deals to be made. There's always a property to be bought and to be and fix and flip. There's always some gem hanging around, and so
okay.
I'll definitely divert that money into the real estate market.
Real estate.
Or maybe towards my business too as well.
Acquiring
some new clients and
Yeah.
buying some new equipment and to expand the breadth of my business too as well. So that's also an opportunity.
Okay.
It depends on how I decided to go.
Gotcha. And man, real estate is so broad. A lot of people don't know. It's not just buying houses and things like that. Like real estate is, it's so broad, so diverse. So man, bro. Yeah, definitely. That's a good answer there, man. Appreciate it. But I thank you for joining me another episode, man. That's Jev Robertson here is just another prime example of prime wealth, guys. Jev, thank you so much for joining me, brother. Appreciate you.
Love you, brother.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, brother.
For the love, but it's money. For the love, but it's money.